His eye or fled the ghoul next door.
Hello, Miss Beckens, as I are the ghoul next door, and welcome to another episode of Nightbleed's Vampire Movie Reviews. Okay, so it's been a while since I posted anything here to my YouTube, but I have been posting stuff over on my Facebook page for the last while. This video review in particular was part of my 13 Days of Halloween that I did on my Facebook page. If you would like to see some of the other reviews I did on there, because I did do a handful of movie reviews and a bunch of what that movie inspired me to do and other treats and tricks. So you can find the link to that over on my About page on, the Facebook link. Other than that, I guess let's get into this vampire review. Trick or treat! Wait! Hello, Miss Beckens. It is I, our blood, the ghoul next door, and welcome to another episode of 13 Days of Halloween. And today I'm talking about the movie Vampire Burt's Serenade. Now, this is on Tubi. I don't have this one. I'm thinking I might have to track it down and get a copy, though. Surprisingly... Alright, so this is listed as a 2020 film, but when you kind of look it up online, the lead actor is played by none other than Kevin Richardson from the Backstreet Boys. He plays Burt, the vampire, and when you look at his bio on IMDb, this movie is listed twice, under two different names with two different years. It's first listed in 2014, and that's another thing. There's such a, I'll get to that in a minute. So this movie is first listed, it's 2014, as The Bloody Indulgence at like 80 minutes, and then it's listed again in 2020 as Vampire Burt's Serenade at 87 minutes. So I don't know what's going on there. And then elsewhere on the internet it's listed as a 2012 movie. So I don't know if it was a short to begin with the other title, or if it was a promo cut they did to get the money for the rest of it, or if it just at the first date didn't have distribution. If it did not have a distributor, and once it changed its name got one, or once it got one changed, I don't know. Anyway, so this is a musical, and you know how I feel about musicals, so this was a treat and a trick for me. Okay, yeah. So we are in a seedy little strip club in LA where Burt the vampire is hunting down his best friend and biting him, turning him into a vampire. So they go into, the character's name is Todd for half the movie, and then his name gets changed. So they go into the strip club, and Todd's girlfriend is the lead singer in between strip acts. She's like the intermission act. And she's on stage and she realizes that Todd has been turned into a vampire, and so she starts a riot to kill Burt, knowing that Burt turned him. Like I said, a riot ensues, people get killed left, right, and center. Burt and Todd have to flee the strip club. Todd accidentally bites his girlfriend and makes her a vampire. Her name is Connie. It makes her a vampire. Burt's not having it. Burt's like, no, I don't think so. She's gonna be trouble. So he calls in a vampire hunter and has Connie staked 5 minutes into being a vampire. Todd and Burt then proceed to go to Burt's drug dealer called the Candyman, where the Candyman, who's a woman, is doing a photo shoot. She gets the models all nice and pretty and then literally shoots them with real bullets and has this beautiful splatter effect behind them on this canvas. It's very twisted. So Burt and Todd are hiding out in this drug den, for lack of a better word, while the Candyman goes in hunting for more bullets because she's run out of bullets. Meanwhile, Connie, who is lying staked dead in the parking lot of the strip club, gets rescued by these 2 zombies. And one zombie pulls the stake out and starts licking the stake like a lollipop stick, and the other one is like just so enamored by her that he starts kissing her, and he accidentally makes her a zombie. So she's like this, I don't know if she's supposed to be a full-on zombie or if she's supposed to be a zombie vampire hybrid type of thing. Never quite explained. I'm thinking she's supposed to be full-on zombie just because she kind of acts more like the zombies than she does the vampires. The strippers who were left in the strip club unharmed decide that they are going to get revenge on Burt for everything he's done that night, and they follow him to Candyland, which is the name of the drug dealer's drug den. More weirdness ensues, another big battle happens, and everyone except Burt, spoiler alert, ends up dead at the end. Okay, so there is a running gag where Burt keeps taking literally the shirt off of other men's backs because his gets completely bloody, so he's just nice shirt handed over. I have to wonder about his choice in clothing, and I'm saying this only because, as I said, Backstreet Boy Kevin Richardson plays the lead character, plays Burt the vampire. At the same time that, if you're going by the IMDb listing for what I'm assuming was the original recording date of this, or original production date of this movie being between 2012 and 2014, the actor slash Backstreet Boy was at that same time had done the movie Casserole Club, which the movie Casserole Club takes place in the 1960s, the late 50s, early 60s. I think it's the 1960s. And the wardrobe he wore in that movie looks like the exact same wardrobe he's wearing in this one, so I don't know if they were done by the same production company, or if that was his real clothes, or if it just happened that way. Who knows? But yeah, the clothing seemed very out of date, considering this movie is supposed to be contemporary within the last like 15 years or so. It's a funny movie. I went into this, it is a musical, And I'm not, you know, if you follow me for any length of time, you know I'm not a fan of musicals. I don't really care for them. But this is an independent film, and it plays more like a stage play, so I actually wonder if it was originally meant to be a stage play. There's pretty much 3 locations. 90% of this is done in the drug den. If you if you can get through the first 10 minutes of this film, if you can make it to the point where Burt and Todd escape the riot at the strip club and get into the rest of the film, then it's a good movie. It is funny, it is cheesy unintentionally, but in a good way. It is cheesy intentionally in a good way and a bad way. It's kind of gets you thinking about who's who and how we present ourselves, because through this whole movie, the character of Burt kind of comes off as this, he's a dink. He's a total douchebag. He's a total dick in this movie, and through the whole thing, you figure he's just this drug addict with an ego to match. At the end of the movie, you're kind of left going, oh, he's smarter than everybody else. Okay, I get that. If you want to look at it like he's the kingpin in the area, he's the mob boss, per se. I think this movie is a cute movie. If you like musicals, you'll like it. If you've seen the movie you know what, I'm just going to put the title here because I can't pronounce it, but I covered it last year on my 13 Days of Halloween on my written blog. Vamphifica? It was another vampire musical, anyway. I will put the name down here. They're quite similar in their feel and their styling. They're both low budget, they're both independent, both musicals. This one, if there's an underscore to this, or yeah, an underthought to this, it's about addictions. It's about how we present ourselves. It's how other people view us at the same time. It's smarter than it actually appears. The zombies seem to follow in a pack, not really able to control what's going on. They just mindlessly, they're the sheep, they're zombies. Vampires, there's one scene where some of the models, they're fed the drugs, then Burt feeds on their blood, and the models, instead of wanting blood, they really want just drugs. So it's this whole metaphor for addiction and different types of addictions, from sex addiction, which the character Todd, who later gets renamed Rocket. Yeah. There's sex addiction, there's drug addiction, there's the addiction for power, and then there's the characters who just kind of want to sit back and let everybody else lead them. So there's that codependency, which is an addiction in itself. So, cute little movie, nice little way to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours. Add it to your vampire list. I saw it on Tubi. I think that's one of the few places it's available right now at the time of this posting. So, with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Tune in often. Leave me some comments, show me some love. Let me know, what's your favorite vampire movie and what's your favorite musical? Are you a Backstreet Boy fan? I'm Lord of Blood. Till next time, creeping screams.